As a bride getting married in Louisiana, there was one thing I had to look out for while venue hunting. Is this a plantation? Hi friends, welcome to The Summer I Turned Davis, episode 2. 24 hours after I got engaged, I immediately got on my phone and started searching up venues. Louisiana was a top option because my fiance and I are both from here. But as I started looking, I realized okay, I don't have that many options. One, I don't want to get married outside. And two, a lot of these venues have house, plantation, or manor in their name, and I don't want any parts of that. Before we get into the venue hunting, I think it would be inappropriate if I did not show y'all the aesthetic I was going for. My overall aesthetic is the Ralph Lauren aesthetic, old money, European-esque. I don't like that modern stuff. No. It's just not for me. I really want to feel like I was overseas getting married, even though I'm not. It's actually pretty common or popular now. I don't really care. I think it's timeless and classic, and I don't think I'll regret it in the years to come. High ceilings, a vintage feel, an indoor and outdoor option, and also affordability. I toured 5 venues in total before making my decision. So let's get into venue number 1, the Petroleum Club in Lafayette, Louisiana. Immediately when you walk in, there's these gorgeous red brick tile. I like the way it shows in the sunlight. There's like a little skylight at the top. The stairwell is gorgeous. I love the chandeliers. If every room had high ceilings like this, I would have really considered this venue even more. Immediately when you turn to your left, there's an entrance to like the first reception or ceremony space. This ideally to me would have been like the reception space, but this is the only room that was this aesthetic, and it was very vintage, warm feeling. I love the hardwood floors. However, those ceilings are too low for me, bud. I could have looked past that, honestly. The tables did look kind of cramped, especially with the number of guests that I wanted to invite. It does wrap around, but they prefer to not have tables right by the bar. And something I thought that was interesting whenever I was touring different venues, after getting asked what my guest list was, I was also asked, is everyone going to be seated? I thought that was really interesting. Apparently, sometimes that's not really the case. People can just like stand at like high tables, like for a cocktail hour. But if I'm inviting you, know that you're going to be seated. I love that the bar is back here as well. People have been asking me if I'm going to have like alcohol at my wedding. Since my fiance and I do not drink, there will be alcohol at our wedding. I love the way it wraps around. There's a bathroom tucked away in the back that I'll show a little bit later. But all in all, like, it's a really nice space. This will be with a buffet. These are the bathrooms, nothing too fancy. Let's go back to the entrance area, and now we're going to turn right. And as we turn right, there's like 2 or 3 different room options. I love that this place has so many rooms. This room is an option for ceremony or reception. The only thing I did not like is that it's not always just one big room, so there's a chance that like people can't see what's going on because they're in a certain section of the space. I didn't really like that. These chairs also come with the space. If I want to use those gold chariot chairs from the other room, there will be a $200 charge just for them to bring them from one room to the next, which I thought was really interesting because they're not super far away from each other. If you go to the back, this will be an additional add-on. I actually really like this space, but there really would be no purpose because they have another bar section in the front. It gives like a little speakeasy, loungy type vibe, but this room probably wouldn't even be considered. I like the chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. I love the dark wood. It just gives that vintage effect. But all in all, like, I don't know, it was very spacious, but the ceilings were really low and it was just very separated. I consider having like the ceremony in this room. My favorite room of this venue has to be this space. This would have been like the social cocktail hour. I think it's gorgeous. It fits my aesthetic to the T. I love the orangey wood. There's a piano in there. I love the black tile on the floor. I just think this space is gorgeous. I wouldn't add like any decorations in this room. It's perfect. We walked around the grounds. It did rain earlier, but it's very gorgeous. It's not the most aesthetic outside, I noticed, but it's really nice. It's actually not too far from UL Lafayette, which is where my fiance and I met. Overall, I think this was a great venue to start with. It's like an a la carte venue, so when you book, you're not paying for the entire space, you're paying for rooms. Let me give y'all some like cost breakdown. These prices may change. Security, $400 we have to pay. Bartender, $125. I believe that might be, I wonder if that's an hour. I can't really remember. If we wanted to use any of the rooms they had available to get ready upstairs, that would be $200 per room. And then if we wanted to add additional hours, that would be additional $500. I didn't write down how much it cost in total. I think that's like on a pamphlet they gave me. I think they also, you have to cater with them. I didn't hear the best reviews on their catering. After I heard that, I was like, okay, I feel more confident saying no because this was a really nice venue, but food is very important to me. The food has to slap. One of the top compliments I can get from my wedding is that the food was so good, because that's what you remember. There's one wedding I went to in New Orleans, and whenever I think about that wedding, I'm like, oh, they had some bussin' shrimp and grits. Venue number 2 is going to be kind of hard to show because I don't want to show all of it. This is the main reason why I came to Lafayette to see this venue. There's a new one opening like later on in the year, but they were already taking bookings. So I wanted to see it up close and personal. I saw some of the mock-ups of what the space would look like. So I don't really want to show the before of the venue because they're going to be doing a lot of remodeling. They're probably doing that now. Let's get into venue number 2, the Bulliard. This is also in Lafayette, closer to downtown, if not in downtown. Like I said before, we had to use our imagination because the space had not been remodeled yet. Something that specifically drew me to this space was the fact that they had a courtyard in the middle, because I really want an outdoor cocktail social hour, and that there were 2 buildings on the side. So from my understanding, I was like, okay, ceremony, cocktail hour, reception. When I got there, I learned that it's only ceremony, reception in this one building, and then the cocktail hour. This building on the right is something completely different. So basically this space would have to be flipped, which is fine. My current venue is going to be flipped as well. This was an old church, and that was a plus for me. I love how grand it felt. I could definitely see myself walking into this space. Something I immediately noticed was that my guest list could not fit in this space. I initially thought it would be able to after like reading some pamphlets, but when I got there, a different guest count number was said. What also made this venue kind of hard for us to select is that they wouldn't start remodeling until the fall, and so it wouldn't be completely finished until January 2026, and that's really close to my wedding date to not fully know what the venue is going to look like when it comes to decor and just all the logistics. I really wanted this venue to be the one I was pretty confident it was going to be. I was already doing the numbers in my head, but just seeing that my guest list probably most likely would not be able to fit, it just immediately made it a no. Just for fun, we went on my college campus because they also have weddings there. Like in this courtyard, they have outdoor ceremonies. I don't want an outdoor ceremony personally. I don't like messing with the weather. The only time I think UO will be a great place to have a wedding is the summertime when there's absolutely 0 students there, because I remember walking around campus on weekends and seeing weddings, like walking past them. But it's really nice, and I was like, oh, it kind of would be cute to like make it a full circle moment and get married in the place that we met. This is a ballroom. It's pretty large. I've seen people transform this space. It's nice. I just wanted to show y'all, if you're interested in getting married at UL, this is what it looks like. These are spaces that I've seen events held. So venue number 3 was UL Lafayette. On to venue number 4, the Shaw Center for the Arts in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I really like this venue, but one thing I will say is that what you see online is not always what you see in person. This is a public space. It's also a museum. When you go to the specific space for the wedding, it's strictly your guests. One thing they do not offer is a bridal suite to get ready in. It's only a holding space, and it's very narrow, and I have a lot of bridesmaids. When I arrived, there was a rehearsal going on, so I was able to see how they actually decorated the space. I love the chandeliers that they included. Something that was a turnoff for me though, if you were wanting to have your ceremony and reception all in this space, everyone was going to see everything. Like before you walk down the aisle, the table, stuff like that will be tucked behind you, and I didn't think that would photograph well. I don't like the idea of people seeing the room get flipped, so that kind of made this one an immediate no. And also I thought there was an additional room to go inside, but apparently that's only for like caterers. And then there's venue number 5. I'm not going to show it because this is where we're having our wedding. It's absolutely gorgeous, high ceilings, different rooms for us to go in, and it may be hot in May, so there's an option to have either a patio for the cocktail hour or a room that has large windows so you can still see the city. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I plan on doing some short form content showing y'all more of the venues that I found that I just didn't tour that are absolutely beautiful in Louisiana. These are places that I had to dig deep for. I would love for someone to get married in one of those places because it's just so nice. Episode 3 is going to be amazing because y'all are going to see me propose to my bridal party. It's so good. I love the gifts that I got them, and I think y'all are going to love them too. Let me know which venue was your favorite, or any Louisiana venue that you think is really nice that I didn't tour. Thanks so much for watching. Walk in peace and love. God bless, and I will see you guys in my next video.